Hey girl, Tashana Burrell here, and it's time for us to possess it in 60 seconds. This is your 1 minute Bible study. But you know what? You ain't seen me in 11 minutes, okay? And so I'm going to try to get this done as quick as I can, but I missed y'all and TikTok was acting up. But we back together. Let's go. All right, so today we're going to be in Matthew 14, verses 14 through the 21st verse. And this is the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000 with 5 fish and 2 loaves. And this is so good, y'all. Basically, what happens is the disciples and Jesus are teaching and preaching in a desert. Okay, there's no food, and the next city is miles away. Well, after they get done teaching, a few of the disciples say, "Hey, Jesus, we should probably send them away because people hungry and we ain't got nothing to feed them." When in reality, there was a boy in the crowd. He had 5 fish, he had 2 loaves, and Jesus said, "Listen, you feed them. We're not sending them away." Jesus commands the crowd, "Take a seat." Whatever it is that you have, the 5 fish and 2 loaves, they bring it to Jesus. He blesses it, he breaks it, and then he gives it away, right? And when he gives it away, the Bible says that basically everything that he was giving away was multiplying until all of the 5,000 and women and children were fed, so much so that they had leftovers. There are many different ways and many different lessons in this parable alone, but there's something that I saw this particular time when I was studying it that I want to bring out to you. Number one, if you notice the posture of the disciples, they were intimidated by the audience and they were intimidated by their location. And this is what I want you to understand. When you are called to serve, do not be intimidated. Understand that when God brings a crowd, he also brings provision. There is always something that he has, and you have to trust that God has the resources to replenish the people that he brought to you. And so don't be intimidated about where you are and who's watching. If you are called to feed, you will be given the resources to feed. You just have to trust God. The other thing is there's 2 systems happening. There is a system of multiplication at work, and then there's also a system of receiving. Now, this is probably something I'll have to break down and girl possess it, but I do want to share with you the system of multiplication. The Lord told them, "Bring me what you have." That was the first step. Whatever is in your hand that you are looking for God to multiply or do in your life, bring it to him. The Lord said, "Bring me the fish." They brought it. He blessed it, he broke it, and he gave. And the more he followed that principle and that process, the more he was able to provide. Whatever is in your hands, sis, bring it to the Lord. And I'm telling you, that system alone, bring, bless, break, give, will put you in a cycle of multiplication. It will put you in a realm of overflow. What seems to be a little will become more than a lot. What seems to be a little will put you in a position of leftovers. Come on, somebody. You are looking for overflow. This is the formula for it. Do not be intimidated with where you are and what God has given you to share. And do not think for a second that if God brought you to a place, even if it looks like a desert, you are not deserted. You are not limited in resources. You're only limited to the capacity that you allow God to multiply what's in your hands. And so today, my friend, my sister, my brother, my cousin, whatever, I dare you to go and re-examine where you are and what God has given you in your hands. And if you are in need of overflow or multiplying and you need fragments, bring it to the King. Bless it. Allow him to break it and give from whatever he has given you back in return. And listen, don't talk about me, okay? I'm just not getting back. I'm going to get this 1 minute down. But you ain't got to be long to be strong, okay? I'll see you next time.